Good morning. Welcome back. Today, I am going to show you how to change your relationship to a person in Ancestry and Family Search. They're both a little different. So if you have foster children, adopted children, things like that. So I have an adopted son. And so I have him listed under my husband and I as adopted because it tells the system that they're not looking for, there's no DNA matches, things like that. So if you label your people correctly and the relationships correctly in your family tree, it will improve your hints and it'll improve the information that's coming to you to help you connect these families. You do not have to create a tree for adoptive children, family, things like that, but you can if you want. And you can pick a preferred father. So I'm going to use my father today. His biological father never married my grandmother. And so they have my father, but my grandmother was married to another man. He was estranged at the time. And so my dad has the last name of the man my grandmother was married to. So I'm going to show how to put these relationships in and how to do preferred, because you can make your tree preferred and you can build off of both of these men who are both connected to the same person. So my dad has two dads. And so I'm going to show you how to do that today. So in Ancestry, you have a lot more choices in Ancestry when it comes to labeling. Now, personally, well, let me show you the relationships that you have that you can choose from. So I'm going to choose my dad here. I'm in Ancestry right now, so I'm going to click his profile. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom because that is where, let me get rid of these tree tags. We'll do that on another one. Okay, so here's my father. I'm going to go up here to edit. See edit up here? Let me move. See edit right here? You click edit relationship. This is going to bring up his relationships. So you have his biological father, biological mother, and then my family. So right here, I have Adolf Jaeger as his biological father, but I could click down. He could be adopted, step, foster, related. Guardian related could be like uncle, an uncle who's raising him. Guardian, private, unknown. As a foster parent, I have had 28 children come through my home. I highly suggest you not put children in who are foster parents. I suggest when you're adding relationships, there's some legal type of relationship, bio, adopted, step, related, guardianship, things like that. I think for someone like me who has foster children, many of them have gone back home to their parents. I just don't feel like this is the appropriate place to add them. Okay, so this is his biological father, so I'm going to leave it biological. But my dad's last name is Filkins, and you can see right here, his last name is Filkins. So I'm going to add an alternate father, which is my grandmother's husband at the time. And his name was Alexander. And I already have him in here, right here. So I'm going to click him, and I'm going to save him. Now I'm going to put him as, it's kind of a weird situation because it is not my dad's stepfather. It is not his biological father or his adopted father. So it's kind of weird. So I'm going to just put step, even though it's backwards. And then you can choose who you want preferred. So when I look at my tree, Adolf Jaeger comes up. Okay, but I can make him come up. What's beneficial for me to put Alexander as preferred is that my dad is the only child from this relationship between Adolf and Norma. All his siblings come from Alexander. So if I make him preferred, then I get to see the rest of my family. It's so much easier if I just make him preferred. So I'm going to make him preferred. And that pops him up to the top. And you just X this out. And now let's see. Hopefully it updated. Sometimes, there he is. So there's Norma. And there's Alexander. It's no longer Jaeger. So you can see here, I have the Filkins line. Not much of it because it's not my family, but that's okay. So I have this here, but I can go into my father's profile and click the other parent additional parent relationships. Do you see that? So when I click in here, it shows these two, but then I click additional parent relationships. I click Adolf, which is my dad's biological father, and I click here, view in tree. And then here's his line, which doesn't go back very far because it goes into Germany and that's been really hard. So I don't lose anything. I have two different branches for my father because he has two different dads. Okay, so I'm going to go into Family Search. Here's my father again, and here's Adolf, which is his biological father, and Norma. So what I'm going to do is when you're in Family Search, you have to click the person. So I'm clicking my father, and then I'm going to scroll to the bottom. All right, see these little boxes here? These are relationship boxes. So if I click here, this is relationship events between my parents, okay? If I click here, these are about me, this is about my sister. Now, right here, I have Adolf, I have two, I have my grandmother plus her husband, my grandmother plus my dad's dad, and I have this one set as preferred. Now, if I want to change this relationship, I click right here. See my father? To the right, click. Then I'm going to come over here, add relationship type. It already says biological. I'm going to click this. And now Family Search gives you less options. I like the less options because I don't feel like we need that many options. We don't need that many people in our tree. So this has adopted, biological, foster, guardianship, step. I chose biological. So click save. Oh, it failed because it already exists. Okay, so there it is. Now you can sit here. You do not have to do this. If it is biological, you don't need to put it in there. The reason why on my father's father I put biological is because there's another father. So I don't have anything listed under my grandmother because she's biological. There's no other choice. Okay, so if I click down here for children, these are all my dad's siblings. Okay, but my dad is listed under this couple, not this couple. But do you see this preferred symbol here? I have Adolf preferred, but again, all my family's information is under Alexander. So if I go up here and hit preferred, it's going to switch the tree. Sometimes Family Search takes a little bit. Let's see if it switched it. There it is. It switched it. There's Alexander. So now I have his tree up here, which is the tree to the rest of my family, which makes my searching much easier. You can do this for anybody that you have. So here's my grandfather. Scroll down to the bottom. There's his parents. Click this little box to the right of his name. And then right here, you can put in how he's related. And again, in Ancestry, let me click here and you hit profile. It's in a different space. It's up here under edit. Let me move this box under edit relationship for Ancestry. And that's where you can choose everything. I hope this helped. I hope to answer some questions on how to list people in your family tree. It is very important to list them appropriately, especially when it comes to hints, because hints are going to get muddy if we don't put things in correctly. Every time you enter something into either of these websites, it works in it to, it configures your hints. So that's why you always list women with their maiden name, because if you list them with their married name, the system is going to think that's the name she was born with. And that's going to cause a problem when it comes to your hints. Your hints are not going to match and you're going to wonder why. And it's because you did not enter something correctly. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. Or if you have any requests on what videos you want, also let me know. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.